What's up with you?
Cooler, man.
Huh?
Cooler. I'm good. How you feeling?
Good.
I'm good. You looking great. I'm loving the blue. I'm loving the sun.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. You're too kind.
The affordable connectivity program can have your internet bill
How was your week so far?
Busy. You know, work today passed kind of fast, which I like. You know, that type of stuff. Because I'm in the office on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. So as long as the days pass fast, that's what I love. You know, I'm thinking about investing in a second screen for my laptop. You know who Daryl Ryder is, right? He was showing me this one that he bought, you know, and it's just like the same size as a laptop or whatever, you know, because I'm like, that can help me move faster when I work from home, you know, having those two screens, you know, or whatever. So, yeah. At first, it was like I was against those, but then I'm like, I don't know how people have worked without these. Like, I don't know how I've worked without them.
I love those screens.
Yeah.
I'm around two programs at the same time.
You got to nowadays.
This is Mayor Justin Bibb. We are offering an exciting opportunity for you to enhance your career by joining the Cleveland Division of Police. My father was a police officer.
Got this one person on my show. I really I wish I get rid of her.
I know you will share that same pride.
Somebody else take her.
Really?
We offer career advancement, great benefits, and jobs.
She's gonna be my problem child.
What time you gotta be at work?
5233 speak with our
really?
or go to governmentjobs.com.
So what time you go to sleep and wake up?
I encourage you to apply today.
I only sleep.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel.
You need to get some sleep, man.
I'm too pretty for that. I'm dead.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle on WOVU at 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I'm here in studio with Eddie Scott of On the Mat, our Thursday show with Randy and Xavier. And me and Eddie were just talking about how we don't have any words for what the Cleveland Browns are doing. We don't understand, you know, where they're coming from. So we tell them we are the Girl Scouts, the mighty, mighty Girl Scouts. People want to know who we are, so we tell them. You know, it's just inexplicable. And we not head coaches in the NFL or anything like that, but you would think things seem so obvious. But it's just, we don't know what to say or do at this point. And, you know, they're going to go into Buffalo, playing in 2 feet of snow. So they're going to go from one extreme to another. You know, I wonder how they're going to handle that. But, you know, they play in Cleveland, Ohio, but we don't really get that snow like Buffalo get that snow. So it's going to be very interesting. Buffalo is 6-3. So you have an opportunity to go in there and, you know, possibly try to get to, well, that too, but you have the opportunity to try to get after Josh Allen and kind of pin your heels back. They're coming from off of a loss, not a big time loss, but excellent game between them and the Minnesota Vikings. I don't know if you caught the end of that game. Yeah. Oh, you watched the whole game?
Oh, man, that was a great game.
So was you flipping back and forth between the Browns?
I was going back and forth through that game. That was a good game.
Yeah, I watched the Browns and then caught the ending of that.
I watched both games. I had the dual screen going.
Yeah.
We were just talking about dual screen, so yeah, that's a good reason to have a dual screen too.
So you know, coming off, you know, Buffalo's coming off that loss, that probably stings a little bit, but you know, Buffalo ain't playing like the Buffalo of old.
So I don't know if you call it Show Thursday. I said team that could beat us. I said Miami. I said we can go. I said these next before Deshaun Watson come back, we can go. We can beat Miami, but Miami might beat us. That's gonna be our toughest game today. We'll beat Miami. Like, oh really? Yeah. I said Tampa Bay struggling big time, and Buffalo is not as good as you think. I said, don't get me wrong, they're good, but they got a lot of weaknesses that you can exploit, and one of them is on the run. And which I doubt it, but if the fans can coach the right way, you can beat them. Now on the defensive side, because Josh Allen is their running back.
Yeah.
He's their quarterback.
All right.
You know, they got a nice receiving core. You know what I'm saying? But Josh Allen is hurt.
Yeah.
He can't throw the long ball right now.
How did he look? Okay, so
he looked at. You could tell he was hurt.
Okay.
Like that. You know what I'm saying? Like you could tell.
Should he have been sacked?
Nah, he wasn't that. I don't think so. I don't think he hurt the team. I just think he did limit them to what they could really do though, to a certain extent.
Well, that's hurting the team then.
No, not really, because even 80% Josh Allen is better than
Case Keenum. Why you hating on Case Keenum?
Let's be honest.
He came and was serviceable for the Cleveland Browns. Why you hating on Case?
He was on the bench. He didn't get any playing time with the Browns.
Yeah, he did when Baker first injured that elbow.
Oh yeah.
He first did, and we almost won.
What? Almost? Yeah.
Well, he beat Denver.
Yes.
And we almost beat the Raiders.
Yes.
But we didn't.
Well, you're correct.
So, you know. Yeah. And was making $7 million to hold the clipboard.
80% Josh Allen is better than a 1-1 who beat the horrible Denver team.
Yeah.
And a Raider team we should have beat that was not as good as we always know. Really not that good.
They struggling right now.
They show you who they are. We just the Browns just make everybody look good. Like that's what it's starting to look like.
They have record days playing against the Cleveland Browns.
It's like it's ridiculous. Like we make teams look way better than they are. Like Carolina is trash. But that first week against us, I thought Carolina was gonna be an all right team.
Mm-hmm.
But man, we know we won, but I'm like, they're gonna be all right. Carolina they're gonna be all right. Once they get rid of Baker Mayfield, they're gonna be okay. And yeah, they trash.
Mm-hmm.
And the Browns, they really good. That's becoming a cycle like Atlanta. Atlanta is not a bad team now. Don't get me wrong. Atlanta is way better than I thought it was gonna be.
And that's what's happened. Remember how we talked about that these 4 games were gimme games, mm-hmm. and we should be able to easily beat Carolina. If it wasn't for Kate York's leg that day, we would have not beat Carolina. We were supposed to beat the Jets, and the Jets had no give up in them, and they came back and won that game.
We gave them on ourselves, though. It was, I hate talking
about that game. Well, I think we thought we had it won, and we took our foot off the gas pedal. And any given Sunday, and you did that against a quarterback who is very experienced against you, even though none of these players probably were on the roster the last time he played us as a Baltimore Raven. That type of stuff is still seared into your memory.
Yeah, and my thing about going back to that Jets game, and again, I blame Stefanski for putting Amari Cooper on that kickoff team. He never did it before, even with the Cowboys, he never was on the onside kick team. So you're doing a lot of stuff that, yes, he has great hands. But guess what? If I never practice this, I don't know what to do. Because common sense would have said just hold, like if you could touch that ball while your foot was out of bounds, guess what would happen? That would have been your ball. But he don't know no better.
Mm-hmm.
Like he don't know just to fall on it. He trying to pick it up. He don't know just to fall on it or knock it out of bounds. It's fine.
And it's funny because the whole stadium had pretty much left, and we had stayed and caught the end of that debacle. But the Atlanta Falcons were not supposed to be good, and we went toe for toe with them, and they were able to get the best of us. So all the teams that we thought we were gonna whoop on, they had another thing coming, and the Jets even beat Buffalo. So that's showing that Buffalo can be beaten. And I said we probably win this game because it's just one of the Brownsian things that take place. We'll just win this game just because, and they'll lose out the rest of the season.
Wait, you ain't lying about that, boy. You say it's a Brown thing. It is starting about. I used to never listen to that. Oh, the Browns being the Browns, and I'm starting to believe what people say when they say the Browns are going to be the Browns. Like it's like a curse. Like they're going to be who they are. Like it's very clear that we got a team that like if before, okay, so when you first had the beginning of the season, people saw our team like, man, this is a playoff, even a Super Bowl team, off of paper, on paper. And then we get to the games, and it's like, yeah, I'm not bad on the Browns. They trash. And it's like, they're not trash, though. They got a good team, horrible coaching. It's like, we can't never get a good coach plus a good team. It's like, it's either one or the other. You know, like, when the last time we had both? Like, it's starting to get ridiculous and redundant. Like, come on, man.
He did a good job his first year. He did a good job then.
Well, he was untested.
But he had no distractions as well with COVID. So everything was very contained and confined for him. There was no fans in the stands or anything like that. This team could just focus on football. You put him back in the real world with everything back to normal, and you see the focus shifts. You got petty arguments and things of that nature. I mean, I don't look at it as a team meetings as a bad thing.
How many playoff games did Kevin Stefanski?
Well, technically 0.
Exactly. He came back and he's 0-1 in the playoffs. Why? Because he did the same thing in the playoffs. You had Nick Chubbs, and you decided not to run the ball. You did the same thing against Green Bay. You dominated that last drive. You were dominating. And then your final drive, literally the final drive of the game, you went pass, run, pass.
And Baker Mayfield threw 4 interceptions. You still almost won that game. I missed the majority of that game somehow.
Like 4 interceptions, and you had the lead, and you chose to trust in this man to pass the ball. He just threw 4 interceptions this game. Come on, man. Come on. And you got Nick Chubb, who was averaging 7 yards to carry that game. It's like, come on. You're killing me, Petey. Killing me. Or Denzel Washington. Shout out. Remember the Titans. That's my movie.
George said, would you rather have this mess here or what's happening with the Rams? Best wide receiver on IR, QB on concussion protocol, and a non-offensive line.
Wait. He said, I'm sorry, can you repeat that?
He said, would you rather have this mess here or what's happening with the Rams? Best wide receiver on IR, QB on concussion protocol, and a non-offensive line.
George, I'm not even going to comment on this stupidity. Come on, man.
Leave George alone. George is a supporter of our show.
I appreciate it, but come on, George. That was a dumb question. Do you think I want a quarterback that's on concussion protocol? I did tell Jacoby Brissett is the bad quarterback. Like, will I take Cooper Kupp? Yes, I would take Cooper Kupp every day, but not like injured Cooper Kupp. Like, come on. Like, come on, George. You are a good dude. You are very intelligent, but that was stupid right there.
All right, we got to go ahead and take our final break. We'll be right back. You're listening to Her and Huddle on WOVU at 95.9 FM. We will be right back. Did it feel like your mic was going out?
No one won. I just felt like it was out.
Okay.
No, you don't want. I'm not on my side. I can hear myself perfectly.
Okay, it sounded like you were going in and out to me. I don't know what to do about that. Did you see me looking up kind of weird?
Yeah, it was cool on my end.
Okay.
But yeah, come on, dude. Oh, you're too smart for that type of stupid questions. I hate stupid questions. Would you rather have Andrew Cooper Kupp or?
Yeah, he done.
He's even coming back this year?
No, he had surgery today. I think he had it today.
Yeah. I wouldn't want that. And their defense is horrible this year. They got the best defensive tackle in the league, and they're horrible right now.
How the mighty and fallen.
Yeah.
Huh.
Will I take their coach? Absolutely. Will I take McVay over Stefanski right now? Absolutely. I know McVay gonna be like, yo, My bread and butter is running the ball. His bread and butter is passing the ball in West Nine. That's why they lose. They're a passing team. And without their receivers, they can't pass.
All right, so when we come back, we're going to talk Cavs or whatever.
And provides Black women access to the health care they deserve. The Village of Healing Center serves pregnant and non-pregnant
game
women
losing
and
streak,
all their
man.
women's health and mental health care
Probably
needs,
about to be
including
5.
annual exams.
I knew the West Coast trip was going to be tough.
And mental health therapy.
I knew it, but I didn't know it was going to be this tough.
That's Village of Healing.
Well, you lost a sub 500 team.
Or call
All of them.
815-4325 to make an appointment
And you lost. They were all close games. It's like every last one of them was close. They were about to go. We got to play the Bucks. We got to play the Bucks, right?
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Car Community Radio.
Yeah, Milwaukee.
Yeah, tomorrow. Bucks tomorrow.
Welcome back to Her in the Huddle with Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports.
All right, welcome back to Her in the Huddle on WOVU 95.9 FM. This is your girl, Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, and I'm here with Eddie Scott of On the Mat. And welcome back. We are going to get into some Cleveland Cavaliers talk right now. Yes. Eddie, man, tell me what is going on with this Cleveland Cavaliers team.
Don't panic. What my boy Aaron said. RELAX, relax. Just relax. It's okay. We on the 4-game losing streak. It's a long season. We got 82 games. We on the 4-game losing streak. It's and we losing like all the games we lost are very close. I think the biggest loss we had was 7 points. I want to say 7 points.
Yeah,
it was against the Kings, right? 27-20. I think that score. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 90% sure that was 127 to 120. Then that's the biggest loss we had, 7 points. The rest of it was 5-2. 1. I'm okay. We all right. We're gonna be good. I mean, we just gotta close out the games. We gotta get back to closing out. And I think in the closeout games, we need to make sure Mitchell got the ball. Like, we need to make sure Mitchell is balling out. So I would definitely say, for me, I wouldn't panic. Don't press the panic button. It is no point of panicking, and no point of panicking. And for real. Going into Milwaukee, I think we have a great chance of beating them tomorrow.
They're on a 3-game losing streak, I believe.
Yeah, and we're on the 4. So I think we can beat them. Actually, I think with our team is set up to beat them. So don't be surprised that we in our losing streak. And like I said, when we go back to when LA start coming here, we'll see like, okay, we definitely can dominate them.
Yeah, I definitely think so as well. I think when they come here that we'll, be able to beat them. And I think we'll be in a better position team. That LA road trip is just a tough road trip to go on, especially so, the beginning of the season is always a good test. Last year they overperformed expectations and kind of had a winning record on that road trip. This year's team, is still kind of figuring things out. So they're kind of getting used together, working together. This team had, Donovan Mitchell is the new, piece of this team that they're still trying to figure out. So, one of the things too was their defense of the 3-point line. And it was absolutely abysmal because you let Paul George go off, you let the Sacramento Kings go off, Golden State is going to get theirs. And so, you just already know that that's a given. Did you see that? Did you watch the game Friday night?
Yes.
So you saw that how the NBA, has said that was a foul that they missed. And, how could you possibly miss something like that? Because that was like a worldwide wrestling move that he laid on Isaac Okoro. But, unfortunately, if you're not the home team, you're not going to get those calls. Right. But it shouldn't even matter in an instance like that because that foul was just absolutely egregious.
Okay, so that foul, and this is, you like you said, you can't use home court advantage for that one. that was blatant. Like it's some calls that that on the home team ain't gonna get called, on the home court ain't gonna get called. But in that instance, you have to call that one. That was very, very clear. So I agree with 100% with the NBA. Now, like you said, it's certain calls, like when I'm at home that you probably gonna let ride. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna let that play out. But you never can let the blatant fouls play out. You can't. That's just a no. Like period. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying? In these Garland, he been playing good, but when it comes to closing, he's not our closer. But he wants to be, and I think that's where it's clashing at. And that's where the coach got to come in and let them know, like, okay, listen, you're not like sometimes, like when it comes to the clutch, but you're not the high hand. You're not. We know who our high hand is. We really paid a lot and gave up a lot for him. Let him be the high hand. This is tough, man. Like, cause like I said, I believe in the Cavs. I would not back off my words of them going to be the number. They're going to be the number 2 team in the East. I'm not going to back off my words when I say they're going to go to the Eastern Conference Finals. I still believe that. I think they're, barring injuries, ladies and gentlemen, barring injuries, I think they're still the best team. They're one of the top 3 teams in the East right now. And that's right now. We just on a little slump, and it's okay. In the NBA, their teams are going to slump. I think there's only one year that a team didn't go on the slump, and that was the Golden State Warriors when they went 73 and 9. At the same time, a team didn't go on the slump, but most times teams go on slumps, and I think the Cavs gonna be all right. So don't panic. Don't hit the panic button. Don't hit the reset button. Watch the games. They look very good. We just losing in the final minutes. You know what I'm saying? Final seconds. We're on it. We just gotta find a way to close them out. That's it.
Yeah, said if anything, this would be a learning opportunity. And JB did admit that, this is part of basketball and a part of learning the process. And that he says, don't panic because it's all going to come together. So this team is so new together, learning how to utilize each other at the end and close out games. It's an opportunity for them to improve, with the addition of, a true, with the second ball handler, a ball dominant guard. One of the issues I had was, against the Clippers, the ball wasn't in his hands like the last 5 minutes, and the offense should be going through Donovan Mitchell.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think Garland wanted to take the game on. He wanted to be that superstar when you got a superstar. Like it's okay. So like that's the problem. Like a lot of egos get in the way. I don't want to be Robin to your Batman. But Robin was dang on good. He was, listen, when Batman go down, Robin is Batman. You feel me? Like,
right. Yeah.
So it's okay to play Robin. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of people, and this is one thing I do like about Golden State. Golden State know Steph Curry is our Batman. So who gonna be Robin? Clay, Draymond, whoever, whatever. But we know Batman is Steph Curry. That's something Cleveland have to get. Like, okay, we know Batman gonna be Donovan Mitchell. Garland, you are Robin, and that's okay.
Mm-hmm.
Look, Batman taught Robin everything he know. Like, so if something ever happened to me, Robin, you put that man on, you come on. I'm a comic book head, y'all. I'm sorry, I love comics, so and that's all it is. Don't panic, everybody. Again, I'll repeat myself 1,000 times. Do not panic and hit the reset button on the Cavs. It's just a 4-game losing streak. We went on a 7-game win streak. 8-game win streak. It's okay. It's okay. We're not gonna be on the roller coaster going up and down. We're not. I promise y'all, we're not. We just feeling each other out. We're still fairly young. Mm-hmm. We're ahead of schedule. We are ahead of schedule. We're still fairly young. Let us learn each other. We're still learning each other. It's okay. Relax. That's it.
I did like being on 8-game win streak.
It feels good winning.
Yeah,
winning.
Top of the world.
Suck.
Second in the Eastern Conference. Yeah. I'm like, there we are, right there. It's gonna be us, and it's gonna be us and the Bucks. But the Celtics right now are 11-3, and out of 3 of their losses, 2 are the Cleveland Cavaliers. So, you know, you know, at the end of the year, it's going to be interesting to see, you know, and then the Hawks are, you know, so right now Cleveland is 4th in the Eastern Conference. So the Celtics lead it, the Bucks 2nd, the Hawks 3rd, and the Hawks have beaten the Bucks twice as well too. So the Hawks have the Bucks number. So we need to be watching film on those games.
You know, they do what they're supposed to do. We gonna let Giannis do his thing. We gonna let the rest of the team beat us.
Yeah.
Like a lot of teams' game plan is to stop Giannis. Nah.
Yeah.
That's like trying to stop LeBron. You wasn't gonna do it. Let LeBron do his thing. That's why a lot of teams who beat the Cavs in the NBA Finals, LeBron had 50+ points, but nobody else had nothing. You know what I'm saying? Let the superstar, because chances you stopping the superstar is slim to none. Let them do it. You know what I'm saying? But stop everybody else, and you'll win. That's how you beat. That's how Atlanta beat them both times.
Yeah.
They did. We gonna play. Oh yeah, we're gonna play him hard, but if he go off, he go off. You know what I'm saying? So that's it.
Yeah, okay. Well, I won't panic about the Cavs, but tomorrow should be a very good game against the Milwaukee Bucks in Milwaukee. So for Rachel Hill, the First Lady of Sports, for Eddie Scott of On the Mat, this is Her in the Huddle, and we are out of here.
Peace. So I gotta run, y'all.
Okay, thank you, Eddie.
Thank you, Rach.
I'll talk to you later.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
You got my number, call me.
Okay, bye.
See you.